We're about making people money here, Sheer. The over-under, again, is 7.5. I came away from this thinking that Arizona will absolutely get over 7.5 wins. I look at the teams in this conference, and again, there's some very, very good teams, obviously, but there's a lot of wins to be had here as well. You start off with 2 wins to start the season, obviously, but then you've got a bunch of teams that I'm not really too worried about. I mean, I know ASU is a rivalry game, but and you've got a bunch, again, we're going to go through the schedule a little bit, but Sheer, I very much like the over of 7.5. I think that the odds makers are still behind the boat on this one. Behind the boat? Yeah.
I just like Arizona's schedule a lot. I mean, they're missing Kansas, Oklahoma State, Iowa State. Like, you're missing 3 of the top 5 teams in the conference, 5 or 6 teams in the conference. Right. I like the schedule. They return a lot on offense. There was a quiet confidence or not so quiet confidence about the defense. Yeah, I'm all in.
Okay, so then, all right, now when he gets, so let's look at the schedule a little bit here. And because again, we're trying to help you guys win money. Okay, Arizona, New Mexico, Arizona, Northern Arizona. Both easy wins for the Wildcats. If they're not easy wins, then I'm going to be very frustrated here. We agree, Sheer, there's easy wins.
I hope they're easy wins.
Okay, now you got the toughest 2-game schedule going. Arizona, Kansas State, then Arizona, Utah, both on the road. Okay.
We both agree they're losing one of those.
We agree. I think Arizona goes 1-1, and if Arizona does go 1-1, I am more than okay with that. You know, I'm inclined to go with Arizona beating Kansas State. I think Avery Johnson's going to be good, but it's still early in the season, still one of his first games. That's the game that I'm going with here. I think Arizona beats Kansas State.
Yeah, it is really difficult to beat Utah at home. I know Kansas State is good, but I also, that's a short week for both teams, which will be interesting. Kansas State is coming off a road game against Tulane. Yeah, I'll go that. I feel better about Kansas State than I do Utah. How about that?
Okay, so we go one. All right, so we got Arizona 3-1 at that point. Correct?
We go 4-0. God help us all, because Mike and I will reach levels
you will not want to know
never seen before.
That I'm wearing right now, these things might go back out into the circulation. But all right, so you got 3-1 at that point. Then you got some games that you should win. Let's be honest here. You got Texas Tech at Arizona. We're going to talk about Texas Tech mascot, but Arizona needs to win that game. It's their first conference game at home. I expect Arizona to win this game. What say you?
Yeah, absolutely.
So then let's say you're 4-1. Then you got Arizona against Solani Kataki. 5-1. Arizona BYU. I do not care.
Proud of you for pronouncing his name right, by the way.
Kalani Sataki.
Yeah, always. It was Salami, Katana. It was Kalani. You did so well. Proud of you.
Okay. So then we got 5 wins there. Arizona, Colorado. It's at Arizona. I don't think much of Colorado. Here, let's do this. We're going to say Arizona, Colorado, Arizona, West Virginia, and Arizona, UCF. Arizona's going to drop one of those games.
Arizona's going to lose to UCF.
Yeah, I agree with that. I like Arizona over Colorado, and I like Arizona over West Virginia. What say you?
I think Arizona sweeps its home schedule.
Okay. All right. Wow. Okay. So then you like them over Houston and you like them over ASU. Boom. There's 9 wins right there. You get that win against TCU and you got 10 wins. Sheer right now is saying that Arizona is going to get 10 wins. This is what you need to do. This is why you need to bet on this. We need to be able to get some, get you all some money so you can be rich like Sheer.
When you look at the path to 7, that's just because what Vegas has, right? That would mean to me, they probably think they lose at Kansas State and at Utah, right?
Mm-hmm.
They lose at UCF and probably at TCU.
Yeah, I think Arizona, honestly, I like Sonny Dykes a great deal. I think Arizona's just better than TCU.
I'm just saying that's probably Vegas's path.
Yeah.
Because they'll be favored in every home game, considerably favored.
So we're very much in that 9-win realm. Again, take that money. And here's the other thing too. When in doubt, if these games are close, I'm going to feel pretty comfortable about Noah Fifita in these spots. I mean, he was a guy that, last year when the going got tough, Noah Fifita got going and, again, make some money on this. And we've been very right. Our track record speaks for itself. Generally, our track record speaks for itself because it sucks. This time, our track record speaks for itself because it's actually good. And with this year, we 2 years ago, we told you all when 2.5 wins came out, no, Arizona will hopscotch that. Then after that came out, that scurrilous line, Then Arizona was at 5 last year. We told you go over that. They got 10. Now, if it's at 7.5, we're not saying they're going to get 15 wins, although that would mean they won the national championship. But overall, Sheer, that's where I'm at. I think 9 wins is a pretty safe bet, honestly.
Well, I see it. We stand strong. Okay, 7.5 feels low.
What's that?
7.5 feels low because even when I just did the thing of games they lost, it came out to 8 wins.
Yeah, I don't really get that one. And so again, we will keep you up to date on that. But again, make some money on this one, my friends. Make some money. Now, the Texas Tech mascot did almost smoke Totri. That Texas Tech mascot was not happy with Totri. Now, let's get back to a little bit of football, and then we're going to get to some mascots. We might talk a little bit of Arizona basketball as well. The other thing then with Noah Fifita, I'm going to take Noah Fifita to task a little bit here. He is no. This is good. Noah Fifita was very straightforward that he could have done a lot more last year. No, you couldn't have. I get what he's saying, but listen, the dude played almost flawless football. You're going to have a few turnovers. That's just the way it is. Does Noah Fifita have another apex he can reach?
Yeah, I get what he was saying. Like that pick against USC was a bad pick. I get it. I get what he's saying. In the quarterback's mind, they want to be perfect. That's how they think. He did say one thing, and T-Mac laughed at him. He told me he wants to be more mobile, wants to be able to get out of the pocket a little bit better than he did last year. And T-Mac kind of said something under his breath. And in my head, I'm like, no, you're fine. No, we don't need you running.
We want you to do exactly what you did last year. Move around, be the Russell, or I almost said Russell Westbrook. Be the Russell Wilson when he was good. Move around, and then at that point you can kind of go from there. So again, check that one out. But now let's see. We're going to get to some Big 12 mascot talk in a second. I got multiple people messaging me this. Jacob Franklin, if we could have that picture of Sheeran J ready to go at some point too, well, we'll obviously get to that. But with this said though, Noah Fifita, I think honestly, man, each game 285 yards, 2-3 touchdowns, no picks, complete 89% of your passes like you did last year, and I think you're going to be in a good spot. That's kind of where I'm at.
Yeah, I agree. I was looking. Someone said, "Where's 7.5?" Only found 8. Mike, I think they changed the odds when I looked from yesterday because I'm looking right now.
It was literally 7.5 when I was doing my show prep.
Yeah, no, I'm serious because it was, but now it's under 8 minus 125.
Yeah, so it's still the same. We'll go with that.
I didn't realize ASU is under 4.5 minus 150.
What is Colorado at right now?
I'm glad you asked, Michael. Colorado is over 5.5.
So Colorado is basically picked to win one more game than ASU.
I think ASU is predicted. I'm going to do this under 4.5 minus 150. BYU is favored to win under 4.5, but only 125. I'm just looking at the worst teams in the conference. Houston is pretty close. They're 3.5.
Oh, these are all bad teams.
ASU, Houston, and BYU are by far the worst in the conference.
Interesting. Okay.
All right. Do exact wins for Arizona. If you want exact wins,
I do want exact wins.
You can't bet on that for Arizona, actually. Colorado, though, exact wins. The favorite is 5.
All right. So again, there you go. With Arizona, though, we both like whatever it is, take the over, even if it's a push at 8. You will make money off of that because, again, you will not lose money. How about that? If Arizona's in the 7-win realm, we are going to be very disappointed. Again, I think that Arizona is very much in contention for that.